Okay guys, I am back and we are going to, I decided to go ahead and make a prototype of this one, this idea one, of this cute little piece of ephemera to put in there. You'll remember yesterday we made these, like the bases. So basically it would sit at the top of your journal page, and then this flips. This you can untie if you want. And then you flip it up and there's a tag, and then you can always journal on these little spaces here. And then obviously if you flip it the other direction, then, oh goodness, I swear they know every time I get on camera and they have to start barking. All right, so if they continue, I'll pause and go get them, bring them in. Yeah, so let's make that one really quick. It's fairly simple, but it's going to take us a little bit, okay? So first I'm going to turn our scored pockets towards the inside. And I did go ahead and cut ahead, but I'll give you those measurements. And so I'm just going to fold them up and get them out of the way for a minute. Okay, so then, and that pocket's a little off, I think. But in the end, it doesn't really matter, because you don't see it from the other side. Okay, so taking this side here, I'm going to be using my crocodile, and I set this thing here to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 notches in. Okay, and I don't even know what that is. Probably 7/8 of an inch, maybe. I can't really tell. Anyways, so then I took my ruler and I measured 1 inch from the top on that other one. I think I'm not going to go that low on this one. I think I'm going to go ahead and go like 3/4 of an inch down. I came in just a little bit, because this one hangs right at the bottom, which is kind of cute, but I think I would like something not quite so low, if that makes sense. So, and then I'll show you a really cool part about this tool. I've often wondered if the dogs just hear me talking and that's kind of what sets them off to barking. I don't know. I don't know what their gig is. Yeah, see, like when I'm quiet, he quiets down. I talk, he starts barking. I don't know. Maybe they think I'm talking to a stranger or something they can't see. I have no idea. The world of dogs, right? Okay, so since I've already set that in, then I'm just going to go ahead and go find my little mark, try to center it up in the hole as much as possible, and then just snip down, and then I'll get you close on each side. If you want to be very big and precise, you could probably figure out a little bit different way of doing it, but that's just what I do. Okay, and then before, oh, goodness gracious, I didn't mark that one far enough in. That's all right. We will have to guess, I guess. Yeah, that's close. Very, very close. Okay. Okay, I'm going to set that aside for just a second, and we'll come back and fill those with eyelets, but I want to build the pads of paper that go with it too. Oh my goodness. Boy, I am a mess. I don't know how you guys deal with me. I'm going to get my scoreboard over here, and these are cut at 2 3/4 by 7 inches, and these are going to be the back pieces. So both of them are the same, and I'm going to just score at a 1 inch on both of them. And we're just making a simple little pad of paper. Nothing too crazy. Okay, and then I already pre-cut these. So there's 4 pieces of paper there, and I cut them at 2.5 by about 5.5, give or take a little bit on each one. And then here's the cover, and the covers are cut at 6 inches by 2 3/4. Okay. And I need to ink these, and I got a new dauber head out, so it would stop crumbling everywhere. Okay. So then I just line up that, kind of try to go in the middle as close as we can get. Line that up in there. As best we can. Sometimes they're a little bit off, especially if you use a different cutter, because for some reason, not every cutter is the same. Okay, then I'm going to clip it. Okay, same over here. And these ones I think will be a little bit shorter than the last ones, but that's okay. It is still going to be the same. Okay, now that those are clipped, now what I do, you may want a more accurate thing. I usually try to use these as the guide, but since this part comes out longer, I have to come in just a little bit to kind of compensate for that. So probably not more than like an eighth of an inch. Just come in, and then you can use this other side as a guide, and you get pretty close. So you really don't have to do a whole lot of maneuvering. That's one. And again, remember to come in about an 1/8 in there, like so. And then we use that other side as a gauge. Okay. Four more, so like 8 total. I probably better go shopping for some more. Oh darn, I have to go to Hobby Lobby. I probably haven't been to Hobby Lobby since the summer months, I bet. And then I don't usually remove that until I actually have everything put together. Okay, then always using from the top, your springy part there, that's the part that goes on the top of these. And then you just clamp and squeeze. Squeeze. Okay, that one's done. Squeeze just like that. Sometimes they turn out better than others. All right, then come back to this. Now here's where it gets kind of tricky. You have to be careful since you're only going through one layer of paper. You have to be careful not to push it all the way through that paper. I've done that several times with that, so it's not quite as powerful of a squeeze, I guess. I mean, obviously you want it attached, but I'm gonna try not to go through the paper. I might have to I'd have to flatten these out. Every now and then they don't crack right going down, so you just have to take your little pliers and just make sure there's nothing too sharp going on there. I don't know why they do that sometimes. Not perfect, but better. Better. Okay. Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and put our little divot in our pocket over here. And we'll do some inking and gluing of pockets. And of course, you can make these as elaborate as you would like them to be. These ones, I'm not going overboard with decorating just yet because I don't know what journal they'll go in, but I do enough of this type of journals that I don't mind having them have that like flowery look. I've got a journal that I've got to make for my Shabby Dabby Doodah design team project, and yeah. So in hers and both Annie's, these both would go really nice in a journal like that. Okay. All right, now I'm going to throw some ink around all these edges real quick. Not anything real heavy, just little girl's barking now. Trying to get her older siblings to play with her. They're not mean to her, but they definitely don't listen to her when it's time to play. You know how puppies are. Okay, I'm gonna ink these right quick. And we are almost set. And just in case, I got this paper set from my brother for Christmas. I honestly don't have any idea where it came from, where he got it, anything like that. So I wouldn't even know where to start on those. Like, I don't have any idea. They're pretty though. Okay, now to thread these through. I'm not quite, you know, let me ink these really quick because these are the last things to ink up. And again, this is just part of that paper pack. I just made a really quick, simple tag cutout. Nothing fancy. Oh, so I did get the kids off to the airport with their dad. Just kind of waiting to hear when their flight lands. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be all right, but, you know, I think it's a mom thing. You never stop worrying, no matter how old they get. So, yep, I just thread it through these two and bring it over. Man, they are just... Hazel! She's a feisty little one. And you just kind of work it to where it's just about center on everything. Fingers all of a sudden decided not to work. Okay. And again, you don't have to use twine for it. If you have ribbon, use ribbon. If you have some other, I mean, you could even use, that's my train of thought. If you have, embroidery floss or something like that, you can always use that. Don't feel like you're limited to just what we use here. I have another idea for this next pocket. I think you guys will like it, how I finish off the other one we have here. I'm gonna have to make a couple more of these to show you the different ideas I have for them. So oh yeah, now they're playing wrestle games against the house. I swear that's like, because the porch like goes right up to the side of the house, and they love to just like play tug of war and bang into the side of the house. So if I'm recording and you hear banging, it's the dogs messing around. Okay. There we go. Finish up the inside here. Okay. Okay. There we go. So yeah, these are basically the same piece, but yeah, I'll use them in different journals. And that bow is a little messed up. I'm gonna have to redo that somehow, but all right, guys, thank you for joining me for this. This is kind of, what will we call it? Option 1. That's what we'll do. We'll call it option 1. So yeah, I will just talk to you soon. Bye, guys.